Okay, so here is the answers to the warm-up that's on the board. I apologize that the image didn't come out so clear. The black looks great. The red not so much. I took a picture of the board as opposed to typing it out again. Sorry, guys. But here's what happens. So in the first question, it says, suppose you're standing 100 feet from the base of the mountain and you measure a 67 degree of elevation to the top. How tall is the mountain? So what we're going to do first is create a little sort of drawing here. So basically, I'm not going to make this super pretty. You might have on your boards, but I'm going to make a vertical mountain because that's what we have to assume. That this mountain is some x height, and I am standing 100 feet away from the base of the mountain. And then it says that the angle of elevation to the top, that would mean this angle of elevation to the top is 67 degrees. What is the height of this mountain? So we're going to do a little trig. Since I have this angle here, I would like the opposite, and I have the adjacent. Opposite, have the adjacent. Opposite, adjacent, that is tangent. So what I have to do here is tangent of 67 degrees equals opposite over adjacent. Now when I do tangent, I'm going to get the 100 out of the denominator, multiply by 100. So x will simply just be 100. So I'm going to type that in, 100 times tangent 67 equals. So it looks like that mountain, I guess you would call it more of a hill. I guess we're in Indiana. This would be a mountain, right? 235. We'll round it to 2 decimal places, so 59 feet. It's an Indiana mountain. 235.59 feet. Just using a little trig, setting it up. Now, remember I told you that angles of depression can be a little bit tricky sometimes. So let's see how you did. Suppose you are being rescued from a burning building and you're jumping into a net. You've seen them like in the movies and stuff like that. You jump out of the net, you jump out of a window, and the firefighters are all holding a net, and you jump into the net. So you are 35 feet up, so we're going to draw a similar diagram. Let's change colors here. We'll do this, see if blue shows up. Here is your building. Okay, you're going to be jumping out of this building, and the building is 35 feet up. You are 35 feet up in this building. The rescuers are 12 feet from the building. So here we go, 12 feet from the building. And basically, you're trying to figure out what angle you're looking down at. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. Because if you are standing up here, right, at the top here, your straight away vision is like this. So if we create a triangle here, okay, the angle that you're looking down at is actually this angle. Remember, the angle of depression is the angle down from the horizontal. So this is where it gets a little tricky. So when you go to actually do the trig, you're going to have to find this angle first here, and then use this angle to find this angle. So that's why I said this gets a little tricky. So when you do angle of depression, you're actually finding this angle, but then you'll need to, do the whole complementary angles thing and find this one. So let's do that. So I need to find this angle in order to get this angle. So I have opposite, I have adjacent. Once again, this is tangent. So tangent of theta, because I don't know the angle, is opposite over adjacent. Now remember how we do this. When we're given the sides but not the angle, you have to use tangent inverse. So tangent to the -1, and then I do 12 over 35 equals, so I'm going to put that in my calculator. Tangent inverse of 12 divided by 35 is 18 point, we'll just round to 1 decimal place here, 18.9 degrees. So what that means, all that means is this angle is 18.9 degrees. But the angle I'm actually looking down is this angle of depression here. So all I need to do is just do 90 minus that angle. And I get the angle of depression is 71 point, if we round, 71.1 degrees. And I'm looking down. And that's it. Those should be, I mean, that's pretty much exactly similar questions that are on your quiz today, so hopefully that helps out. All right.